my problems is my short putting. So I had a tournament, I had an AJJ Open.
How'd it go?
I placed second.
Super, well
So
done.
I was actually leading on the last day. Like my hands, like it was just completely mental. Like so, like mentally, my hands are like kind of like shaking a little bit.
Yep.
I was making a lot of long putts, but like on short putts, like I just couldn't make anything.
So a couple different thoughts on that. Number one, overall outcome, congrats. Like even with something that was a little bit challenging and suboptimal, I mean, you still basically like top two. That's incredible. So again, give yourself credit for that for sure. Number two, have you ever heard of these coaches, Pia Nielsen and Lynn Marriott? They're Vision 54, and Pia was part of the Swedish Golf Federation. And one of their things they say they do with their players is they ask them a series of 2 questions. The first question is that true? Because sometimes people will say, oh, I just can't putt inside 4 feet when I'm under pressure. Is that true? No, that's not true at all. Maybe it didn't go perfectly that day, but if they say something that is true, well, I experienced, this a little bit of shaky and I didn't make as many putts as I wanted. The second question is, what are you going to do about it? And it gets us like off of worry mode and onto action mode. Knowing what to do about that, that's a little bit tricky. If you talk to some of the best putters in the world and they said they sometimes experience their hands shaking on shorter putts, they would say, yeah, that happens to me. So first is to know that's not a bad thing, that it sometimes happens that way. There's a thing about as we get closer and closer to the hole, the expectation of an outcome where the ball goes in starts to rise, and so we get a little bit more outcome focused because there's a reality to it. It would be very helpful when I'm about to win if these 4-footers went in. The hard part is that your body's now perceiving a threat about something it can't fully control. Well, now I have to make it. No, I have to do skills that I can control. So what are those? They're the most basic skills. Read it correctly, aim correctly. Main thing to tell yourself, even though, well, wait now, the hole's this far, it's only this far away, I gotta make this is important. Well, is that true? Yeah, it's important that I make this putt. But what am I gonna do about it? Well, I'm gonna do what I always do, and my only job is read correctly, set up correctly, and then try to start it over that spot. And then try to be nice to yourself after that and say, like, that's my only job. It may or may not go in, but that's my job is to try to do that.